Aloha and welcome to the Fulton Lock, Anchorage. We arrived here after dark, as we told you all in the last episode, and it was actually very well lit. We were next to a road anchored in about 14 feet. Really good holding. As you can see, the lock is right behind us. We called, the nice thing about this anchorage is you can call the lock master right away, see when you can go through and not even pull up the anchor, just sit here, have breakfast until he's ready for us. So that's what's happening. He told us about 8 o'clock, which is close to this time. There should be a barge pulling out of the lock here in just a moment. And then it'll be our turn. There it is right there. You can see it with the sand dunes there on top. It should be pulling out, and then we should be able to go in and lock through. There's several other looper boats here. Oh, there's Cynthia. Look at that. Good morning. Cynthia's getting the bridge ready. She already made coffee. So we got, I think, 2 other looper boats here with us today. They were at the marina, I believe, last night. And we took the Anchorage just because we got so late. And it's just so much easier just to push the anchor button and drop this hook right here. And we're all set. That's it. There's no backing up, no tying up, hooking up electric and water and all that. So anyway, we got one more night at Anchorage, and then we should be in Columbus, where we plan to stay at least for 1 night, possibly 2. We'll see. Columbus, Mississippi. In this episode of our Boat Stories Great Loop Adventure, you will find us anchored at the Fulton Lock on the Tenn-Tom. We will then continue south through a few more locks before we arrive at the Dewayne Hayes Recreation Area, Anchorage, which is close to Columbus, Mississippi. Aloha, we are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our 2 dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo.
You got your line there?
Good morning. Aloha.
We got another looper boat here behind us. So this is where we anchored last night. And the anchor view did show that we did circle around a little bit. I can show it to you before it's gone on the screen. That we moved around, but we did not have, the anchor didn't slip.
And here's the Fulton Lock, straight ahead with green light. And drive on in. Aloha from the back here. Cynthia in her usual station.
I found a cup holder.
Okay, cup holder.
Mama's got her Premier Chocolate Protein Shake.
Okay. Slack tide is coming in right there. That's another looper boat. And I think it's just 2 of us. That's all I see this morning. We've learned how to tie it on, and it works quite well for us. So that's the way to do it. I know you'll have people tell you don't tie your boat. If you got a big boat though, you won't be able to hold it. And that's what we learned, and how we damaged the swim platform a little bit again. So we're not going to do that again. This has worked well throughout the lock. We of course have the machete ready in case we have to, this bollard gets stuck or something like that. We can cut it real quick, not a problem. But this is working, no stress in the locks doing this. The door is almost closed.
So the lighting there makes one door look silver and one door look gray. So in the photo it's hard to see, but the gate is closed.
That is the sound that we're going down. It is time. All right, doors are opening. And we're just gonna wait for slack tide to come by. I told him to go ahead.
We just exited the lock. Alex is monitoring things in the front, and slack tide is in front of us. So pretty cool. We told them to go ahead because they're faster than us. But what another nice morning. Here is a view of the spillway from what we can see of it. Alex is removing his life jacket. I'm going to hand you the headset because I'm going to film up the back. And this is us leaving the Fulton Lock. And you can see the green light is on there. The windsock is actually hanging down, so I guess it's not as breezy. It's a little breezy, but not as bad as some we've done. It's a nice anchorage overnight. If they had barges that they locked through during the night, I didn't hear the horn. I heard the lock horn before I fell asleep, but then I didn't hear it after that. And actually, we all went to bed early. I think we were all in bed by 9:30. We were tired. That's the Loopers midnight, 9 o'clock. Everybody gets tired and goes to bed early because we're all up early.
Aloha, our first barge of the day. Looks like he's 3 wide, and it's a very narrow section of the channel. It's all shallow here on the sides. So we're gonna pass them on the one, which is port to port, and we should be fine. We've like 7 feet under our keel right now, which makes it about 11 feet right here. So this barge that we're passing here is called Tommy's Terminal. That's what he's coming up as. Looks like he's empty in the front, and it's got some heavy ones fully loaded in the back. He's not going very fast, that's for sure. But it's also very shallow here, for him anyway. It's only got like 9 feet here. I'm surprised that he's actually able to make it. Alex just came back up. Yeah, you missed it. We went down to like 9 feet just now. So we passed the barge just a moment ago, and this one here, totally empty, of course, the Austin Gold, is passing us. Yeah, and I never expect like 2 barges right after another, but he's empty, so he's going rather quickly. Looking out here at mile 380 on the Tenn-Tom, odd little bushes all over this lake. I mean, you think you could go there, it looks inviting, but you can't. It's shallow. It's I don't even know how those bushes grew under the water from, yeah, a mystery. But the whole thing, all the way around, it's all like that. But it isn't on this side. It's just on that side, the east side, oddly enough. Just an observation. Aloha, Lucy's asleep. We are not. We're 3.6 miles from the Glover Wilkins Lock, which is right after Fulton, near mile marker 380. And you can see, this is what I was talking about, all these little bushes here. Got some houses coming up, and then it really opens up before we make a right turn to the lock. But here it narrows. I wouldn't want to meet a barge here. It's barely wide enough for one barge between these 2 markers. This section of the Tenn-Tom is very, very pretty. It does not look like it's man-made. The greenery comes right to the lake or Tenn-Tom itself. It is shallow outside the channel. Won't lie to you on that one, but it is absolutely pretty. And we don't have the big waves. I mean, even this, you know, we got 11 mile an hour. It's gusting to 20 right now, winds, and you know, we got like 1/4 foot, maybe 1/2 foot waves. So we just contacted the Glover Wilkins Lock, and they are ready for us. Have the gates open. Wow, is that perfect or what? Shaka. Okay, we are going to go into Glover Wilkins Lock. About 1.9 miles away. We're gonna make a right turn into that lock right there. Glover Wilson Lock, right up ahead. I got the front closed because it's so windy out. Again, gusting between 11 and 20 miles an hour. Pretty day, but definitely windy. So we're gonna take the side that pushes up against the wall. That's the one we prefer, so we don't have to try to hang on to the boat. So we're gonna take a starboard because it's coming from that way, pushing us this way. We're gonna go and tie up on the starboard side. One more time, Cindy. What did you just say?
I said, let me step off the toilet.
Oh,
I was over
Poor
there
Shadow.
on that
He's taking
side.
the opportunity here in the
That's
lock to
toilet
go.
in German.
Yes, Lucy now. Went on,
Oh,
Lucy.
we're talking to the dogs. The dogs are doing their pacing. Oh, the girls got it on camera. It's such a wonderful thing because so many other boaters can't get their dogs to go on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So we are very grateful.
Okay, Lucy, come on up. Okay, Lucy, up.
Go to Daddy. Come on, girl. Just to get a running start.
Mhm.
Sorry, Shadow. Go
Okay,
on,
Lucy,
girl.
come.
Go.
There's Shadow. There's Lucy. Okay. All right.
Keep the little guy in there.
Okay. All right. Locks are closing. So there's a lockmaster. She was really nice. And she'll come in and call her. That's Shadow approving what I just said. There you can see how it goes down. I mean, it looks like it's just a drop off after the lock. Other looper, slack tide right next to us from New Smyrna Beach, Florida. That was the lockmaster. She just checked the gate to make sure it was actually latched at the piers. That's what she does. We saw that the last lockmaster did the same thing, right, Cindy?
Yes, and this time we might catch it on video. You might be able to hear the horn when she blows the horn.
Is it okay?
Yes.
So this has been a good system so far?
Yeah.
All right, I think we've got this down now. So the lockmaster just talked to us here and said that the lakes are actually low on water, and that's why they made us wait last night with that barge. You remember that from yesterday's episode, is that we had to wait for the barge almost an hour because they're so low on water. They don't want to do more locks than they absolutely have to, so they made slack tide wade. And the next lock as well, we probably have to go through together. After that, she says there's plenty of water. Everyone should be locked through whenever they come through. So that's what it is. It's winter time. The pool is lower, and at least we have an explanation why he had to wait, because he was here for quite a while waiting for us. We see the gates opening slowly. That's good news. We only have 5 miles to go before the next lock, and I guess slack tide and us are going together. So now we're just waiting for the horn to go off there. That's the one we're waiting for. That just means you are allowed to proceed, and we're gonna go.
There's Zav
Aloha.
and Shadow and Lucy, and Alex is working on his bike. And look at the scenery going by. We just exited the lock. We are following slack tide. He has slowed down to match our speed. I know Zav said he was going to go a little bit faster.
We are. We're doing 7.6 miles per hour, which is about half of what the bike's doing.
He's trying to get to the Columbus Marina, which is also where we want to go, but we will get there till tomorrow. But the lockmaster lady was explaining to us at this last lock, she made him wait for us because there's not that much water in the lakes, and so they didn't want to do the exchange. So sadly he had to wait for us, and we're going as quick as we can. But after this lock, which is under an hour away, then he can pick up speed because the next lakes down have enough water in their water table to accommodate the locks doing their exchanges for just one boat. So we learned something new today. But all these colors are so nice, and we're just enjoying going down the channel today. Just like yesterday, we just had some awesome fall colors to look at. I am seeing, Zava, look how much is evergreen on the back trees. Yeah. The front trees next to the water are all these pretty colors, and then you've got evergreens lined up behind. But just beautiful.
All right, I was just saying to Cynthia, I says we were dreading the Mississippi, the Ohio, and the Tenn-Tom Tennessee River. We figured a lot of barges, it would be ugly, you know, just something we have to get through. And in all fairness, it's not like that at all. I mean, the Mississippi was beautiful. This is stunning. Not to be missed. Not to be missed.
It's peaceful, it's quiet. Now I'm going to show you the width. The channel is wide. Don't be afraid of passing barges. I think we've even done a barge pass in the evening, haven't we? When it's been partially dark. So it's just gorgeous. Really enjoying all these fall colors. And we were surprised that not more looper boats were out today. Usually they're out and going, especially with sunshine, no rain, but people are just kind of holed up in their marinas today, except for Slack Tide and us. We're the only ones out right yet. We'll just keep checking the Nebo app and see.
I will say this. If you need nightlife and socializing nightlife,
Restaurants.
yes, you won't find it on the Mississippi here or down the Tenn-Tom. Okay, to get to Mobile, I don't think.
But look
There are no towns really.
look at
except
the drone
Paducah was
footage.
about the only place so far that you can get your feet on the ground and actually enjoy the town.
But definitely look at the drone footage that XAVER has taken of the anchorages we've been at. We've had quiet anchorages, very nice, sometimes a fellow looper or not, but not to be missed anchorages.
And not boring.
It's
If
not
somebody would say
boring.
It's dull and boring to go down this side. No, I would definitely encourage people to go down this side and not do half loops, which is what we were thinking. We thought we were half loopers.
Yeah, and we even had entertained the idea of only going one way and then backtracking. People call it segments, they call it different things, but we're actually glad we went ahead and tried this out. So it's interesting because after XAVER posted his drone footage of the different coves that we were at, some other YouTubers said, yes, we went to those coves and anchored as well. So we aren't the only ones that found some hidden gems, but we definitely have drone footage clips for you to find them, and so that you too, as you're making your way down this stretch, can have scenic, quiet places to rest if you choose not to do a marina.
Aloha, we have the Thad Cochrane lock straight ahead, and fortunately the doors are open again. We're very, very lucky today. We're going to be able to roll right in and go down. Slack Tide, our other looper boat, is up ahead. Alex is ready, and I don't know, the dogs are running around, but the wind is really, really gusting right now. In fact, it's leaning the boat just a little bit. That's how much it's blowing. So we'll see how that works. We're going to again take the starboard side because, as you can see from the burgees, the wind is coming from our port side. At the top of the Thad Cochrane lock right there, I think Cynthia just turned on the generator. That's what you hear, that little buzzing. We turned the engines off. There it is, and there are the gates closing. Quick view here of the back. Gates are closing. So I'm just showing here the spillway. I'm going to lift the camera up so you can see it. But yeah, there's not much water going over the spillway. So basically all the water that they're getting from all the little creeks, they're hanging on to just to work this lock right now. Aloha, the doors are opening. So exciting. We're gonna have like 2 hours of no locks, and that's what it looks like in the back. Lockmaster, thank you very much. Appreciate the ride down.
So we're passing another wood chip processing area, and it was so funny. Without even looking up, I smelled that and I thought, pet hamsters, pet guinea pigs.
Yeah, they got black mulch and brown mulch and light brown
and it's
mulch.
like, oh yeah, it smells like mulch.
Yeah.
But remember when putting it in the kids' rabbit cages and all that other stuff, that, you know, their little cedar chips and all that, that woodsy smell. I'm so glad we don't have hamsters anymore. We have those habit trails and the little things running around in those tubes, and no matter what, the wood chips did not mask all the added scent. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the memories we're getting as we pass this wood processing area. You can see all the tall tree trunks the way in the back.
Recycled, I guess is what you would call this clip right here, is birds making that their home on top of the old wood stumps that have floated down the river. Interesting little inlet here. Some homes right along the inside of that. This is actually the channel here, but I see a boat going in, so it must be navigable. It's interesting they have a little side channel here. We're almost at the Aberdeen Lock, within 3 miles of it, and we've been noticing more debris in the river. Yeah, you just got to keep an eye out for it. That was a log just now. There's a barge coming up as well, but pretty. It's an overall very pretty day. Again, not to be missed is the Tenn-Tom right here. We heard some people describe it as boring. It is not. It's beautiful. I would certainly want to do this again. So this is something we've not seen before. Alex took his binoculars out, but it's a submerged buoy. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't miss that one. That could hurt. All right, got the barge coming up. We're doing a one whistle, so port to port. Another barge for today coming up here. Looks empty in the front and then loaded again in the back. See through the window right here. Aloha, we're at the Aberdeen Lock right here. The doors are opening and we're looking for a green light. As soon as the green light opens, we should be good to go. Just a quick view, and again the heron is flying here. He flew again just now. He picked himself a fish. He just got himself a fish. That is a good heron. Look at him. He's happy as can be. There he goes again. There he goes again. Yeah, he just had a meal. That was lunch. There's some massive gates right there, the floodgates. Look at those with counterweights. And that's how the lock closes. And generally now the lockmaster will come by and he will check that. And I will try not to fall.
I've been telling Zog to get that sound if you miss it. It's the start and stop of the lock process.
Yeah, lock. Hey, Shadow, go outside.
They've already gone wee just now. Both of them.
Now he just wants his mother, I think.
They both just went. I just walked them.
He just wants his mother. That's all it is. It's all about his mother.
And licking the vinegar off the walls.
We use that half 50-50 vinegar with some peppermint. That keeps the flies off the mat and keeps it fresh.
All right, girl. Come on.
So,
Girl.
all right.
Here she comes.
There she is.
No.
Shadow, it's all about finding your mother, really? Is that true, Alex?
Yeah, I call Shadow a nutcase with a briefcase. The nutcase with each business.
Doors are opening, as we can see here. So we're going to untie in just a moment and get out of here, I guess. Give you a quick shot of the back of the lock from here. That's what it looks like. So we're about ready to go out. You can see the doors opening behind me. Last lock for the day. All right, so we're heading out of the lock. As you can see here, Alex pushed us off a little bit. Used a bit bow thruster. Got 2 bridges, and it looks like we got another maybe 3 hours ahead of us. So we'll get there just before sundown, or right at sundown.
Nope, he's not on the rail now. I think the dog barking scared him.
Lockmaster, thank you so much from Mahalo. You have a pleasant evening.
So we're coming up to a rail bridge, and then this little boat that was coming straight at us now just turned around and is heading back. We thought he was going to head toward the lock. And then there's a road bridge up there with the automobiles crossing, but coming up on your right looks like an older railroad bridge that's all rusty.
Already dismantled. And the red building right there used to be the train station for the town.
Maybe so.
It does have that shape, doesn't it, Alex?
It does, yeah.
Because that would match up with where the train track was.
There may still be a train track up there.
Well, isn't this a train track?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the building is fenced off.
Oh, you're right. So Alex noticed this building over here that would be in the location of where the other train crossing was. Now, of course, is this bridge, which does not stop or have a station right here. It goes right on through. Then there's, and then there's this bridge, which we're not sure was a road bridge or a rail bridge.
It looks like a road bridge because it has railings.
I think you're right, because look how it is slanted.
Even has a sidewalk on the edge of it.
Also, it slants down, and railroad bridges would have to stay somewhat flat. So it must have been an old road bridge. Interestingly enough, there's no graffiti on it. Unless they've painted it or something, but there's no graffiti. Interesting.
The old road bridge.
So we just had a sad story of fellow loopers who lost their dinghy in Lake Michigan. And we know, since we have an episode, what happened to us, Sob.
Well, we lost our dinghy and lost the motor.
In the Chesapeake.
But we would get our dinghy back without the motor.
Right. So for our friends, their strap broke. Ours, they had bad waves, similar to us. We too had bad waves. So we know.
We have several others who have so many problems that have the same experience, lost dinghies during storms.
And this is not towed dinghies.
Yeah, now this is off the platform.
Off the
Several
platform.
have their straps break or
Yeah, because of the waves. So
We're not the first.
yeah, but we still feel sad
Oh yeah.
for friends.
This is some kind of highway here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is.
I know, and some of the states actually put the highway number and what it is on the bridges so you can see what it is when you go under it, but these do not have any mark.
US 45 bridge.
Okay, Zava just told us.
US 45.
There you go. That's what it is.
It's a big log in the
Alex is smiling because it's
the
his
log in the
last
river.
lock of the day.
log.
Where's the law? Oh, all right, port side. Port side. Interactive video. Oh my. What is that, 6 feet? That's like 6 feet. Oh my, somebody's prop. And that is why I don't like to go at night. Oh my. Yes. So up here on this tree that we're passing, the tree that has no leaves, is a bald eagle. We're trying to make him fly. I could try the bell, but of course I'll make my dogs bark. But perhaps you guys can see it. Look at his beautiful regal head on the top of this branch. He just flew up there. So cannot see, the eagle is not frightened by the horn, the bell, or the barking. Nothing made the eagle fly. He's not impressed with any of our sounds. He's a wise old bird. He's not going to come down. He's not going to fly for us. He said, not today. Mahalo says hello. There's a lot of military planes flying over. You can hear them. And here are some houses. This is a better view. I tried to film it from the side, but the sun was right in my eye. So all down this little channel is a quiet cove with some nice homes. And it's actually an Anchorage in there, which we're opting not to do, but it does look really nice in there, to be honest. Look at these pretty lawns. Somebody's mowed all this.
Welcome to the Dewayne Hayes Recreation Anchorage. We're close to Columbus, Mississippi, where we will stay for a couple of nights next time. Thank you for joining us on this journey today, and on your way out, please be so kind and hit the subscribe button and the like button. We love your comments and questions, so keep those coming. We'll see you next time on our boat story.